You delivered. I think this is back. I don't know what year we're talking about now, but you delivered the first box, the first chips to Elon Musk, who was one of the founders of OpenAI only a couple of years ago. What happened? Well, I delivered to him the first AI supercomputer the world ever made. It took us 5 years to make it. It's called a DGX. It's everywhere in the world today. That man right there is NVIDIA's CEO. All right, diving into NVIDIA's whirlwind adventure to the pinnacle of the tech world feels a bit like watching a blockbuster unfold, except this isn't fiction, it's the real deal. NVIDIA hitting that trillion-dollar market cap after a 240% stock surge this year isn't just impressive, it's the kind of jaw-dropping you have to see to believe. Imagine being that early bird who saw AI not just as a budding technology, but as the future. That's NVIDIA for you, under the keen vision of its CEO, who didn't just ride the AI wave, they created it. Now delivering those first chips to Elon Musk for OpenAI. That's a storyline worth a movie scene. It's like, hey, we're not just making any chips here, we're crafting the future of AI. And let's not skate over the drama and the intense debates surrounding OpenAI and ChatGPT. It's like NVIDIA found itself in the thick of the most thrilling yet complex tech advancements of our time. Governance issues with OpenAI. That's the kind of plot twist you expect in a saga where the stakes are as high as shaping human-AI interaction. NVIDIA's journey has this magnetic pull, not just because of their financial success, but because they've been at the heart of some of the most fascinating developments in tech. It's as if they looked at AI and said, "We see your potential, and we're going all in." That's the kind of bold move that gets people talking, innovating, and sometimes worrying about what's next. But here's the kicker. NVIDIA wasn't content just making GPUs. They went and built the first AI supercomputer. Talk about setting the bar high. It's not just about the tech, it's the vision, the ambition, and, let's be honest, the sheer cool factor of being pioneers in uncharted territory. This whole story, from NVIDIA's meteoric rise to their pivotal role in AI's evolution, feels like a masterclass in how to lead from the front. And I'm here for it, watching eagerly to see what they and the rest of the AI world do next. 5 years to make it, it's called a DGX. It's everywhere in the world today. People think that we build GPUs, but this GPU is 70 lobes, 35,000 parts. Out of the 35,000, 8 of those chips come from TSMC. It is so heavy you need robots to build it. It's like an electric car. It consumes 10,000 amps. We sell it for $250,000. It's a supercomputer, so it takes another supercomputer to test it. Oh, the story of the DGX supercomputer is like the tech world's equivalent of building the Great Pyramid, except, with way more silicon and a bit less sandstone. It took NVIDIA 5 years to bring the DGX into the world, a testament to patience, precision, and probably a fair bit of caffeine. Just picturing this behemoth of a machine with its 35,000 parts and 8 chips from TSMC all coming together with the help of robots is like something out of a futuristic sci-fi novel. Except it's not the future, it's NVIDIA's present, and it's utterly fascinating. Now let's talk numbers, because the DGX isn't just any piece of hardware. It's a $250,000 titan that required another supercomputer just to test it. That's not just throwing down the gauntlet, that's dropping it from orbit. Developed in 2012, this machine was the first of its kind, blazing a trail for what AI infrastructure would look like. It's the sort of achievement that makes you wonder if NVIDIA's engineers wear capes to work, because this level of innovation is superhero grade. What gets me is the sheer audacity of it all, deciding not only to build an AI supercomputer, but to make it so advanced, so cutting edge, that you need another supercomputer just to see if it works. It's like NVIDIA looked at the rulebook, chuckled, and tossed it over their shoulder. This move wasn't just about pushing the envelope, it was about sending the envelope into orbit, and let's not forget the price tag. At $250,000, the DGX is not your average office computer. It's an investment in the future, a piece of the puzzle in solving some of the world's most complex problems. It's NVIDIA saying, "We believe in the power of AI so much we built the ultimate machine to drive it forward." And the world took notice. The DGX isn't just used widely. It's coveted by researchers and innovators across the globe, a tool that's reshaping what's possible in AI. Sure, earnings are down. Oh, Tesla stock is down 29% in the last 6 months. Some senators are dumping their stocks, and the media swears the economy is just fine. Everyone's on edge, and I get it. But if you're smart, you've kept your options open because there's still time to use a strategy that's proven to reduce portions of portfolio risk in different economic climates over the past 27 years. Like investing in fine art, DEO's latest projections have the art market growing to $2.9 trillion by 2026. That's a 31% nominal increase in less than 2 years. Billionaires know it. The banks know it. That's why over 88% of wealth managers surveyed have said most of their clients consider their art collections as part of their overall estate planning strategy. The only problem is that you've typically needed millions, or even tens of millions, to build a portfolio of blue-chip art. Although materially different from investing in whole art, our sponsor Masterworks is opening the door to securitized art investing for the first time. They've been buying and selling up to multi-million-dollar artworks from names like Picasso, Warhol, Banksy, and more. Over 900,000 users have signed on so far, and I've seen shares for some artworks sell out in minutes. But my subscribers are being invited to access the artworks available on their platform right now by going to masterworks.io. Knew Peter Beal, who was a Berkeley professor. He was one of the early people at OpenAI. And Ilya Sutskever. I met him during the AlexNet days 5 years earlier. He's involved in all the drama that we've been reading about. And so anyways, I delivered the world's first AI supercomputer to OpenAI on that day, and people took pictures of it. It's on the internet somewhere. So, Beal, this Berkeley professor turned tech luminary, plays a pivotal role in this narrative, personally delivering the world's first AI supercomputer to OpenAI. Picture this. It's not just a delivery, it's a historical handoff, like passing the torch in the Tech Olympics. And Beal isn't just a courier. He's an early OpenAI member, embroiled in the kind of drama that could probably fuel a Netflix series. This moment, set against the backdrop of the AlexNet days, is not just a footnote in tech history. It's a snapshot of a turning point, complete with photos to mark the occasion. It's like the tech version of landing on the moon. Everyone remembers where they were when it happened. Now on to AlexNet, which in 2012 basically flipped the script on neural networks. Before AlexNet came along, programming was like meticulously planning a road trip with a map and a compass. AlexNet, though, said, "Forget the map, let's use GPS." It introduced this radical idea of programming by showing the desired results, turning the traditional methods on their head. This wasn't just a shift, it was a quantum leap, moving from engineer-driven programming to a results-driven approach that was more akin to teaching than programming. It's like the difference between learning to cook by following a recipe to the letter versus tossing in ingredients based on what you want the dish to taste like. What's fascinating here is the broader implication of these milestones. The delivery of the first AI supercomputer to OpenAI by a figure like Beal amidst the whirlwind of innovation and drama, and the breakthrough of AlexNet represent more than just advancements in technology. They signify a paradigm shift in how we approach problem solving and innovation. It's as if the tech world had been playing checkers, and suddenly AlexNet showed up to play 3D chess. This era wasn't just about faster computers or more efficient algorithms. It was about reimagining the very fabric of technological evolution. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to tweak.